Hello everyone, it's me, James, and in today's video, we're reading another Reddit scary story. Are you ready? I think you're ready. We're ready now. So let's get to the story, shall we? And get to it now. Okay, let's get to the story. This story is called A Stranger Tried to Convince Me to Get into His Car. It's posted by u/Daffy Bumblebee. Okay. And let's begin reading. When I was 19, I lived abroad in Australia. As an American with our absurdly high age for drinking, legally, which I wonder why, but still, I was completely new to drink. I was completely new to drinking culture, going out and basically having independence. While I definitely, while I definitely a little, sometimes a lot, on the naive side, my mother had impressed a healthy sense of caution into my thick teenage skull. Thank God she did, because while there, I was met with a very creepy encounter. Ooh, here it comes. I was roaming alone on a weeknight through Chapel Street in Melbourne, Australia, circa 2013, excuse me. The area is full of bars and shops, and it was around 7, 8-ish. A random man stopped me and asked what I was doing since he wasn't up to anything, and I was cute. He claimed to be waiting for his wife and needed company. I was caught off guard and opted to be nice because of my societal training to be nice all the time. Well, that's not the case. I mean, you don't need to be nice all the time. Oof. Because there's be some strange people out there that you don't even know that you don't need to be talking to. Just saying. I mean, if you meet a stranger, just don't talk to them because you don't know where they've been, and it just, and when you're in a different country, you just don't know. You'd be safe to sorry, just say hi, and then be on your way. But I digress. Let's get back to the story. I remember immediately warning bells began quietly ringing. I keep trying to skirt out of the conversation, and he kept adding pressure to stay. I was inexperienced and not confident enough to feel sure of how to safely end this strange encounter I was in. He introduced himself as Michael. Michael roped me into stopping at a nearby bar. He wanted to buy me drinks, and he kept fishing past the very vague details I was giving, i.e., I work in this suburb, oh, and I live in this U.S. state. Again, feeling pressure. I bought my own drink, and when we got to the bar, there wasn't a snowball's chance in hell that I was not letting him hold a drink where I could, what was that? There wasn't a snowball's chance in hell that I was not letting him hold a drink where I couldn't see it. Well, I agree with that. Oof. Because you don't know what he's gonna, because he could do something with the drink, and I'm not gonna say he could, but he could have done something with that drink. So you gotta see where he's holding it. I mean, you just gotta see. That's all I'm trying to say. You gotta see where he's holding it, because you don't want anything to happen. You don't want anything to happen to your drink. That's all I'm gonna say. Once seated, Michael wanted to see my driver's license since he didn't believe I was really 19. Huh. I wasn't foolish enough to give him my license. Okay, she swore here, but I'm not gonna say that. He pulled out his, which I'm sure was a manipulation tactic to get me to pull out mine. I redirected the convo to see when his wife that he was waiting for would be here. Then he let it slip that he didn't have a wife. Oh boy. The general alarm bells had turned into a clanging chorus. I fully realized I was well and truly in an unsafe situation. I said I had to use the I said I had to use the bat I said I had to use the bathroom, and while he was distracted, my plan was to slip out unseen, like a like a complete uh like a complete idiot. I didn't expect this overly attentive man to pick up on it, but he did pick up what I was doing. He was trying to flag me down. I used this opportunity to whip out my phone and walk myself out the door. Okay. By the time Michael caught up, I was on the phone with a taxi. I was on the phone with a taxi service since I knew it would be unwise to go to Windsor train platform where he could follow me, and significantly, and there was significantly, excuse me, and there was significantly, I cannot pronounce this word, I don't know why, where he could follow me, and there was significantly fewer people. Okay, got it. Under the guise of keeping me safe, he followed me out and walked me down to the street. Then I. She cursed again, so I'm not going to say this. Then I. Blank you not. Michael offers to get his car and give me a ride home. I was completely spooked at this point, and he began protesting much more firmly. I vehemently said I didn't need him. The taxi was coming. He pressed harder. He told me I could call the family I lived with and be on the phone with them while he took me home. Okay, that sounds not like a good idea at all. Oof. Which, if I let him, I obviously realized that it would A, let him see where I lived. B, if I got into his car, I would lose agency and control. He could easily overpower me. At my continued protest, he relented, but he wasn't done yet. No, he wrote down his number and told me to call him to hang out. I was terrified and completely aghast. Well, I would be too. The taxi finally pulled up at this point, effectively ending the conversation. I hopped in, told the taxi driver to go. When I looked back, Michael was still watching. Between the insistence to stay at my side, lying about the wife, trying to buy me drinks, wanting to see my license, and get me in a car to take me to where I lived, something was very wrong. Well, I would say so. Now in the present day, I'm not prey to be Now in the present day, I'm not prey to the be nice no matter what lie. With him, I felt the feeling with him, the warning feeling, the one where you know whatever happens next could be bad news. I'm now much more cautious and assertive. I plan on ingraining that mindset fully in future generations I have influence on. The lesson of don't be afraid to be a bad blank if you don't get the feeling that something is unsafe and wrong. Okay. So creepy. Oh. So creepy man named Michael, let's not meet. Well, that's true, because he didn't seem like a very, uh, didn't really seem like he was, all there, I'll say that. I mean, he might have been, but then again, this was a person you completely don't know, and it's better to be safe than sorry. And I have to agree with this young woman. If you don't feel comfortable with another person, you know, if you don't feel comfortable with what the other person, even if they're a stranger, is doing, then you just need to say, I gotta get going, and just leave. Because you don't want to get into any trouble or any issues where it could end up being, like she said, bad news. So, if you feel uncomfortable, just end the conversation and politely and just leave. Alright? Alright. Because at the end of the day, we don't need anybody to be going missing or anything like that. Okay? Okay. With that being said, that's going to be the end of my scary story. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. God bless. Be you, be unique, and be unusual. And peace out. Peace out. Peace out.